Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Evangelical Alliance Ireland, and a very happy Christmas Day to you. I'm Nick Park, and all this Christmas week I've been sharing every day truths from that great carol, O Holy Night. Truths that are important about the coming of Jesus, about the reason why we're celebrating Christmas, and today in particular, because there are truths here that actually scratch where everybody is itching, including people who don't normally acknowledge Jesus Christ at all. And we talked on Monday, we talked about the world in sin and error pining, and that God has something better for this broken, fallen world. And then we talked about the soul feeling its worth. And then we talked yesterday and Christmas Eve, we talked about this new and glorious dawn that Jesus came and he changed everything, because even the way we count time, we're not counting down the centuries down anymore to the coming of Jesus. We're counting them up, looking back from the coming of Jesus, because it's the central event of history, because that was the moment when God's mystery was made clear and available to everybody, that all can come to Jesus Christ. And today, this Christmas Day, I want us to look at the lines that say, He knows in all our trials, born to be our friend. He knows our need, to our weakness, no stranger. You see, Jesus came not as God pretending to be man. Jesus came as a real human being, and he experienced our weaknesses in a mind-bending way. The idea that the God that created this massive universe, the planets, the solar systems, the stars, the mountains, the seas, everything else, the idea that the amazing God that managed to create all of this simply by the power of his voice, that this God lay as a weak, helpless baby. He wasn't super baby. It wasn't that if Mary was a bit late feeding him that he could jump up and go and milk a cow or something. I mean, he was genuinely weak. He was limited by his human form. And he took this upon himself. The idea that God could even do that, for some people, there's certain religions and certain philosophical systems that people really, really struggle to get their head around that, because it just seems impossible. It's like God bent almost the very natures of what we believe reality to be in order to save us, in order to send Jesus into this world. It truly is a staggering event that theologians study this in their entire lives and still are just flabbergasted by it. How can this be? And this is what we're celebrating on Christmas Day, that Jesus came and he was born in our trials. He was born in among, not just as a human baby, but in a human baby among an oppressed people who were conquered under cruel occupiers and born in comparative poverty and everything else. This was how God chose to come to earth. He knows our need, and to our weakness, he's no stranger. Because Jesus came that this salvation message that he brought should be available to everybody. That nobody would say, well, I'm not clever enough, or I'm not good enough, or I wasn't born in the right home, or but. I remember somebody once saying that sheep follow and goats butt. And so often when we're confronted with the claims of Jesus Christ, we turn into goats. We go but. We need to stop butting. And we need to start following, because Jesus is calling us to follow him. He's calling us to follow him because he came and he knows our need, and he's born in all of our trials to be our friend, and he knows our weakness, and he's enabled a way for us to come to him and know him and be transformed to become the people God created us to be, right in our place of weakness. We don't have to become strong first and then follow Jesus. We follow Jesus in our weakness, and he makes his strength perfect in our weakness. And that's a glorious truth on this Christmas Day, when we celebrate the creator of the entire universe taking the ultimate ultimate sign of weakness to be a baby. God bless you today, and join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Evangelical Alliance Ireland.